So West Ham United have bought a lot of players such as Wan-Bissaka, Guido Rodriguez, Somerville, Fulkrug, and they do have a new manager as well, Julen Lopetegui, who will be under pressure to deliver with these players. Plus, there's players at the club that might already be unhappy, and players already out the door from recent real-life transfers. So can the Hammers do it? Can they start scoring for fun, lifting themselves and the manager all the way to the top? Yes, here he is a little bit settled down. He's had pre-season with the Hammers just in his normal shirt, and we've got to try and make the team unnormal. Changing this lineup to the world's best team if we can. Of course, it's going to be hard, and we have to make more signings. But after all the current spending, we only have 31 million, so it's not the most in the world, plus we can still sell players. As you might already see, I've made my squad, and there's a few changes from the normal side. I think the players we need to sign, because yes, we're going to keep signing. Our left-hand sided players jumping straight into this save here, as Emerson probably needs to go out. Creswell is retiring, so we can't actually sell him, but we do have a transfer list. Danny Ings, Kurt Zouma, and Maxwell Cornet make up the permanents. Then all the youngsters for loan, of course. That's the normal thing, but there is one player I'm worried about, and we've got to address it straight away. And it's this man, Lucas Paqueta. I did not put him in my starting 11, but that is subject to change if he can change position and change his attitude. As Julen's sitting in a restaurant to actually meet the player for the first time, asking Lucas, I'm here to rebuild West Ham. Do you want to be in it? I see interest worldwide, especially from Pep at Man City. And if you don't want to be at the club, just tell me and I'll get you transferred. Well, Gaffer, I want to see you being new to the club and all. I don't know how we're going to do, but I do want to play Champions League football. Can you guarantee that with the Hammers in your first season? As we're not in Europe this year, we should go fully for it. Well, Lucas, I'm not going to assure it. And I don't like you making demands, so just settle into the squad for now and we will see what the future holds for us both. That probably being the best outcome, as we are going to change his position. I wouldn't mind him Cam, centre mid, but then we have Rodriguez, Souček, Alvarez, and then this man, Ward-Prowse, I'm excited to use. Yes, a lot of midfielders at the club. Not actually many strikers. So maybe another redemption arc for Maxwell Cornet if he can train as a striker, because in season 1, I don't want to sign one. Or episode number 1, as my starting cam is already sorted. Mohamed Kudus. Very excited to use this man. What a brilliant player. Scored an overhead kick on the final day. So yes, he's going to start right there. And we've just got to get to signings. I think the defense is sorted centrally with Kilman and Mavropanos. I'm trying. Wan-Bissaka the same. We just need to replace Emerson. That's the most important thing, but we start with some transfer offers. Kurt Zouma, I don't want at the club, so I'm going to accept the bid from Villa. Cornet's going to get another chance, but not Kurt Zouma, I'm afraid. He's straight out of the door, don't want any controversy or him playing. So maybe in need of another centre-back for the bench, as he chose Newcastle, but not right now. I've got other priorities, which, of course, is left-back. And actually, I've found two players that could fit into our squad straight away, but they are going to have to impress, as we're going to trial them in pre-season. Yeah, we're going to trial them both in pre-season. Look at this, the first opportunity of the game, and that's Sebastian Haller, saved by the goalkeeper, as this is the left back we're trialing, and also the centre back out of zone. I mean, I just wanted to give him a touch of the ball. Still, they're both doing well against Borussia Dortmund. A free kick over the bar. And maybe now we can conjure up a chance, because of course we've got to watch the rest of the team. This is Somerville, I believe, running straight into Mats Hummels. And that might be it for the game, unless Fulkrug can go and score. Close against his former side as a 0-0 with Dortmund. Right, a penalty save as well. I think that's a decent pre-season game. Still, we're going to go into the next one, and it's a 2-2 draw right there, and you might see one of the players' names. Fulkrug scoring goals. And the final game of pre-season against Leipzig we cannot play, because the players that we are trialing are actually from Leipzig. Yes, I will go ahead and release who they are. David Round, the left back, and Willy Orban, the centre back. come for a 2-week loan. Orban actually impressing with a 6.95 rating. The only problem is he's 30, and I wanted to try and help Round. But a 5.95 maybe tells me he's the wrong player, so we'll search for another left back because he's not impressed too overall, or too much overall, and it cost a little bit to get them in. Still, we do have the Zuma money, so 41 million overall. Still yet to sell anyone else as Mohamed Kudus to Cam. It doesn't increase his rating at all, but I'm going to play him as an advanced playmaker. And last preseason game, we're not going to go for a player immediately now. We're just going to think of our tactics for the current players at our squad. And I'm thinking tiki-taka. I know Lopetegui might not be too attacking, but he's a Spanish manager. Tiki-taka goes with Spanish managers. And also with Spanish managers comes great Spanish coaches. So he's gone and got them from his home country, and now we need to get a player. As why didn't I just think of maybe going Spanish with our signing? Spanish manager, Spanish player, Jose Gaya from Valencia. Improvement on Emerson, of course, as we will offer his evaluation, see what they have to say. They want Nayef again, who I did forget was at the club. But no, we'll go for 30 million, and they cannot turn that down, surely, for an aging left back. And no, they bloody don't, as he signs for the Hammers. Fantastic signing, that one. Goes straight into our left back slot and gives Somerville some cover, who still starts ahead of Paqueta. And online after the signing, the West Ham fans still loving it, saying the signing is perfect and it should take us to Europe. That's adding a bit of pressure, but before we go into the new season, we've got to meet with a board representative to outline our objectives. Julen, of course, we sacked a manager to get you here, and our objective is simple: get into Europe. If it's the Conference League again, the Europa League, or the Champions League, we do not care one bit. We just need the extra revenue. Well, you can tell the chairman I will not let them down on this promise, as we will get into Europe. Mark my words. And I bet they are bloody marking them, as the last game of pre-season we actually drew to Leipzig 2-2. Willie Orban and Round playing, but they won't be playing for us. And I know Gaia didn't actually get a trial, but I do trust him for Bournemouth away at the Vitality. But before we jump into that, could this man push into the team? Well, he's an 83 rating Lucas now, but of course Kudus is in the lineup. And checking fans' opinion again, it does look like they want Paqueta, so maybe a bit of pressure from the start for Julen Lopetegui. As finally as well, we did not talk about his contract, which highlights how European football is very important, but also youth is very important, as West Ham have done well with youth. The likes of Mark Noble, Declan Rice they just sold to Arsenal. So I think it's only right that we do search for the next central midfielder. And have we found them straight away? Well, Riley Moss is okay, but he's nothing really special, and I don't want to put him into the team, because these youngsters already loaned out, such as Lewis Orford, even Sean Moore, they're the ones getting the current chances, and I'm going to try and allow them to actually take them out on loan, as Jared Bowen a bid from United. We can't sell Danny Dyer's son. Or it's not his son, is it? Is it his son-in-law or something? In fact, very recently in real life, he has just got the captain's armband. So he will take it here and lead the team out against Bournemouth. And you just can't knock opening day, as they've got a lot of black on their kits, and of course we've come in our away kit, just normal. Unal starting the game for Bournemouth, but a brilliant tackle, Gaia. Just the start he needed, but not the start we need. And the hole, Bournemouth come close, and Areola with a mistake right there. Bit of a poor start, but can we finally get out of our half as Guido Rodriguez goes from range? That's absolutely dreadful. Not caught it correctly, but we are starting to play this game. Fulkrug with the biggest chance is kept the ball, and he tries on the angle. Not bad from the German, as the corner will follow from Jared Bowen. Kudus tries the same. A header from Mo Kudus. In a half we've had to grow into, but Bournemouth with the early chances. Defo room for improvement, as here's Bournemouth with a chance right here. Roman Fifre shoots. Max Kilman with a good block. Defo room for improvement though, as Sinister at the start of the second half, we're standing off him a little bit. Favre, the shot is blocked. And we need to make changes because nothing's actually working. So full crew go for Antonio and Alvarez for James Ward-Prowse. Not Paqueta just yet, as O'Neill running at us right here. They've gone into the gap, got it back. Roman Favre with a chance. Areola came out, but still they come at us again. It's Enes Ünal. Roman Favre, a block from Mavropanos. And we are on the ropes as Tavernier into Solanke. He doesn't even play for them in real life. And Solanke scores. A very fine finish for the Tottenham player in real life, which makes this just a bit worse because, of course, Tottenham rivals with West Ham. And that's the end of the game. A dismal showing from West Ham United. That second half, we were dominated. And what will Julen say? As he's asked by the press what he thinks to his West Ham team there. And he fumes, saying they just didn't do what I asked them to. He's also being asked about Paqueta's comments after the game. And he calmly says, I haven't seen them. I'm guessing they were posted on social media. As West Ham star Paqueta fuming with no minutes against Bournemouth in a narrow defeat on the opening day of the Premier League. And it does seem he's very angry as everything's a thumbs down and he's even been approached by Bayern Munich.